Targets a popular beekeeper in Georgia overnight. The thieves got away with $40,000 worth of bees. It takes quite a lot of effort to steal that much honey. Each of those hives is about this size, so hundreds and hundreds of hives taken from this farm in Lula, Georgia. How did the thieves get away with all of this without anybody noticing? Caitlin Ross discovered the answer is in hundreds and hundreds of hours of YouTube videos.
Look at the honey band. Point to the honey band for her so she can see.
Donald Kugenmeister is always teaching.
You hear that noise? What's the first that comes to your mind?
At his bee yard in Lula, Georgia.
I use bobby pins to hold the wax in because I'm cheap.
And on his YouTube channel all over the world.
I'm trying to teach you to work smarter, not harder.
44,000 beekeepers tune into his channel, The Fat Bee Man, every week, where he shows people how to get comfortable around bees.
Come over here, be patient. And now I want to feel how much nervous you are. Relax.
Okay.
Relax. I want you to spread your fingers apart.
How to overcome that natural human fear.
Close your hand off.
Oh my gosh!
Close it off.
And exactly how he runs his business.
The ones that got bricks standing up, those are ready to go.
And that's what the thieves targeted, the most valuable hives that Donald marked in his own front yard.
What do you see here, Greg?
Queen cell.
Money. Miniature ATM machine.
He knew he was giving away his secrets on YouTube, but that's kind of the point.
I'm not going to live forever, and if somebody don't pass this critical stuff down through the generation, it's going to be lost.
Police say it's not likely they'll find the bee thieves, but that doesn't stop Donald from imagining what he would do to them if they did get caught.
I'd like to just put a little bit of honey on them and turn them loose naked in my bee yard. And then I want to go around and kick all the hives a couple times. That's what I think that's good punishment, don't you?